Mexico is not a community property country, yeah. And you do not automatically have rights of survivorship on a property. And so you do want to have a Mexican will in place to ensure that your property does go, to your spouse as you wish. And one thing that Mexico does allow is that many people, whether they're Mexican nationals or foreigners, their home is basically the only asset that they have to put in a will. And the Mexican government will allow you to put a will of succession in your deed, and that negates the necessity for a will. But most people, because life changes and everything, prefer to do a Mexican will. And something to keep in mind is that a will in the United States has no validity in Mexico, just as a Mexican will has no validity in the United States. And so those are things to keep in mind. And then when you do have, people in your will, you want to make sure that they are aware of it, because they have to come to Mexico and deal with the property. They have to contact an estate attorney and put it in probate to receive the property. And then if they want to sell the property, that's when their own resident status comes into play and additional taxes.
When you say you need to create a Mexican will to pass the property on, what happens if you die and you don't have any kind of will in place? What happens to your property then?
Well, it just makes it a little bit more difficult on family members, just like in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Say for instance, somebody's parents are own property here, and they and both of them die intestate, and there's no will. The children can come, or siblings can come. They have to be blood relatives in order to claim the property. But you have to come with birth certificates with the apostille affixed, marriage certificates with the apostille affixed. You need to have all of those proofs of relationship, and then it's just a longer process to go through probate to claim it. And then if someone does die intestate with no heirs coming forward to claim the property, then all of the property goes to the state.